Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to show you about the in-game editor that Football Manager now offers to purchase. If you bought the game through Steam, I think it costs you around $5 approximately. So up here in the top right, you have a little pencil and an arrow pointing down. That's your editor. So from the home screen, you're basically editing yourself as a manager. So let's see what it has to offer. So what you can do is edit staff details. So that's you as a manager. So make yourself to 200, for example. Increase your reputation to 10,000. And what else you have is loyalty, temperament, sportsmanship, professionalism, and all that. I'm personally not that interested in changing anything here. This is all going to change once you actually do well in the game anyway. So attributes, buying players, hardness of training, squad rotation, so forth, business. You can change all this. Ranking of 1 to 20, of course. Staff roles, you're going to have managers 20 and everything else as a 1. That's that. Then the second option is your personal data, your name, your history, how many international caps you had, declared for nation, international retirement, favorite people, dislike people. You can add people here. Dislike people, how much you dislike them. So 100 out of 100 is you really hate that person. If it's permanent, you're going to hate him forever. Really hold a grudge against him. Favorite clubs. Here at Basel, why you're a supporter. Dislike clubs. Yeah, exactly. So maybe a rival, whatever. And the languages you speak, you can add one. Select language. Gives you this option here. So what we can search for is French. And add French. This will make it a little bit easier when you're moving to France. You're more likely to be hired. It also makes it easier to communicate with your players, assuming you have a lot of French players on your team. So that's that. You can add another nationality. So I can become a little bit French as well. Don't know why this matters, but you could do that. Further options is here you have a lot of different options that you want to tick. So allow squad registration anytime. That applies to League, Champions League, Europa League, whatever you want. Allow squad numbers anytime. That's not as cool, but you can still do that. Become unsackable. That means even if you get relegated with Madrid, for example, to the 4th league, they will never fire you. It's quite cool if you're actually trying to develop something long term with the club and you don't want to get fired just after 3 months for messing up a few games. Show all players in search and show all staff in search. That makes your scouting a lot easier. Also kind of means you don't need any scouts. So if you really want to save money, you can tick this feature and basically fire all your scouts. So click on it once and the feature becomes ticked and you can terminate your contract at any time as well, which is quite cool. So let's go on to tactics. This is everything regarding your team. So here you have your familiarity accomplished at the moment. If we go here and maximize it, it becomes fluid. It saves you a lot of time in preseason. Make sure all your players actually understand your tactic really fast, which really improves your in-game performance. Morale of the squad, you have an option here to change it to whatever you want. So superb for your team. But what you can do as well is go to another team that you're playing, change their morale to abysmal, and that makes you a lot more likely to win, but now we're just cheating. Remove all bans, remove all injuries, and remove all happiness. If you remove all injuries, for example, the match condition and match sharpness also becomes 100 on each player that you have. Here you see all the morales at top as well. Then what else you can do is you go onto club and then edit club details, always on the top right. So edit club details, reputation, attendance, minimum attendance, and so forth. Finances, your bank balance, sugar daddy, let's have one in the back end. Change your transfer budget, your wage budget, and so forth. Then we can go on to facilities. I just did this now. You can change the name to whatever you want. Now my stadium's 100,000. This will help you financially as well if you actually get 100,000 people into your stadiums. Training facilities, youth youth recruitment. If we put this onto 20, youth players coming through your system will be amazing, even though it depends on the nation youth development ratings as well. Corporate facilities, this applies to anything in your stadium with VIP features. And higher corporate facilities will also mean more money. And you can see that in your financials later on. Tactical attributes, so I'm amazing at attacking. Obviously, I changed all this already. Uh, Tempo 16, you can change all of these features. Rival clubs, you can edit this as well on the scale of 0 to 100. How high is the rivalry? Don't allow players to transfer clubs. That's quite cool. You can add that as well. Favorite people, dislike people, same as before. Current affiliations, this is quite cool. So we go on to add new. We'll select a club. For example, let's say Santos in Brazil. Why did I not? Here we go, Santos. So what you can do is it's for the main club or youth club, and then start date, end date, so no end date at all, it's a normal affiliation. What you want is perhaps players go on loan, first option to buy players, nobody cares about friendlies, yearly fee is 0, we don't want to pay them at all. Youth players training, a lot of these features are excessive, but then marketing relations will help you get a lot of marketing out of Brazil, and considering the size of Brazil, it's very helpful. If we didn't have show all players, we could increase our scouting knowledge of Brazil, so we can use their scouting knowledge as well. And yeah, all these features as well. Perhaps you want to pause the screen and have a better read of everything here. And that's that regarding the club. You can edit your kit details as well. Color of your pants, color of your shirts, goalkeeper kit. Not really my thing, to be honest, but go for it. Then what I want to show you as well is under scouting, you have a new feature. If you right click and go to insert column, you have hidden attributes. Current reputation, home reputation, and what's in here as well, I've already ticked it, is current ability and potential ability. So I've made these columns here. So at the moment we're looking at players at most of the age of 17. If we sort them by potential ability, it will give you the players with the highest potential ability in the game. Since we take show all players, everyone will be showing up in here as well. So, yep. If we take out 17, we'll sort them by current ability. We'll show you the best players in the game. So it's out of 200. This Bulgarian regen is 196. That's pretty much the value of Ronaldo and Pogba, more than Pogba in the game. And you can make your scouting a lot easier here. As mentioned, you probably don't even need your scouts anymore. And last thing you can do is go to a nation. Nation, England. Let's edit the nation. So what you can do is, again, reputation, stadium details, economic factor, financial power, years to gain nationality, foreign manager likelihood, and FA patience. Change all that. Facilities is only referring to your stadium, of course. All these features you can change here. What I find interesting is the generated players. So I changed this already, but you can give the country a youth rating from obviously 1 to 200, 200 being the best. And if you have it on 200, the regens coming through English clubs will be absolutely amazing. And you can also put, for example, ambition to good, which will mean that the players are much more likely to reach their full potential, loyalty below average, loyalty to good, and all these features you can change as well. Tactical attributes, it's basically the same thing I showed you with clubs. Rival nations, yeah, same thing again. Languages, English, only language spoken. probably in 50 years you can put this. What the fuck language is this be? Anyway, with globalization you can add all the different languages. Albanian, maybe there's a 10% Albanian community in England, and so forth. And that's everything to the editor, in-game editor, purchasable on Steam. And there is an online manual. It's not as comprehensive and doesn't show you everything that well, in my opinion. And yeah, if you want anything else, other tutorials, please comment below, give me your thoughts and ideas. Thanks for watching, guys.